Hi, Barney. How you doing? It's Snorgle. Welcome to a live stream. We'll do this for the VOD. We're going to be playing some Minecraft today. Just chilling, hanging out. Are you enjoying your weekend, Barney? I am enjoying my time off. We'll be playing some Bedrock, exploring Minecraft. I think I've gone. We're nearing into 400,000 blocks traveled, which is amazing, and it still is wildly interesting. It's I keep seeing stuff that I've never seen before. I would really like to see a forest temple. I think that I read that they have the same percentage chance to populate in their biome as the desert temple, but because forests are relatively rare biome, they're extremely rare, which is why I haven't seen one. I've seen a mansion. Yeah, I've never seen a jungle temple before, and I really want to see one. So I've seen so many cool things in just exploring. I really let me turn this down a little bit, and we'll just jump into it. I'm going to launch Bedrock. Make sure I launch the right one. They actually have some redstone. I saw that as somebody gave me a heads up, said if you see one, there are traps, but they're not the same traps as in the desert temple traps. So that was really good to know. Let's just go over here. Yeah, it's this one. The traps are less deadly? Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. I brought this up in the thing. Look at this. Isn't this cool? Like vines growing on sand. Up there too. I think that's really dope. I'd never seen that before. Hi, watch this too much. Welcome. He'd rather let me see for myself. we were just talking about jungle temples, watch this too much. But I was talking about, look at this. I mean, this, nobody seemed surprised by this, but this is something I've never seen. Like moss growing on, not moss, but a vine growing on sand. That's really cool. Let's see, which way are we going? Wrong way. We're going this way. Okay, we can walk a little bit. We get to walk a little bit, which I very much enjoy. Look at this. Look at the color of this bird. Oh, it's so cool looking. Look how multicolored it is. That's really neat. I haven't seen one that's that colorful. You look fantastic. You look absolutely marvelous. I still have like a week and a half of time off left. Oh man, I absolutely love these gigantic trees. I just love it. You're so jealous you have to go back to work on Monday? Oh, well, at least you have today off. I sort of have this, weird, so I work in an industry where, I'm trying to sit this about doxing myself. I work in an industry where by it's highly regulated, and by law, I have to take a certain amount of vacation and I have to take a certain number of days off. Like legally, I get in huge trouble if I don't do it. Which is nice. And if you know about stuff, you probably will know what industry I work in. Yeah, but I'm trying to be cagey, so I just love the transitions between different things. Oh, look at the turtle. Hey buddy, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, you look great. I typically, so I have a vacation strategy because I got into trouble the first year I worked there. I didn't take enough vacation. I got into trouble. So my vacation strategy is, I might have said this before because I typically can't shut up about it. I don't take any vacations for the first 5 months of the year. And then when Memorial Day comes, which is in the US is in hey, there's Nautilus, is in late May. I get so much time off the time of year, I'm good to start taking vacations again. So then the last 7 months of the year, not every, but most 3-day weekend I turn into a 5-day weekend. And then I take the full week of Thanksgiving off. And then I take typically I take 2 weeks off, but my boss told me to take Friday the 2nd off and said it's not a vacation day. It's just I've been working very hard and I deserve it, which is, my boss is great. I keep thinking about music and how it's implemented, and it's not just the music is great, because it is. But I think that it creates meaning. And I mean some specific things by that. You can be going into an event and doing something, not an event, but doing something. And there's a good chance that when the music comes up, whatever you're doing suddenly becomes more important, because that's how games work typically, right? Something important happens and there's music to back it up and make you feel a certain way. But Minecraft achieves that procedurally, which is really... It's a pig. I thought, what snorted? But Minecraft does that procedurally, and I think it's really amazing. It's really incredible. I'm still not quite sure how they do it, but I've experienced it myself, and even though I know what's happening, they still do it. By the way, I so much enjoyed, wow, that was a death. Hey, look, okay. So one of the other rules is, if we see any man-made structure, we always visit it, no matter what. That's one of my rules. So we go a little bit off course, but that's fine. I think I'll just swim across. Why not? So I would not be as cavalier if this was not peaceful Minecraft. But as it is, it's fine. I have to say though, every single time in Bedrock that I jump up out of the water, it just irritates me like heck, because I don't understand why they did it the way they did. Now, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to stop. Whoa. Okay, is anything in here? No, nothing's in here. So typically they seem to put golems and those blue birdie things in there. Oh, it's raining. I was like, did something drip on my head? The weather is so crazy here. Yesterday it was 80, which is, 27 Celsius. I don't need any of this stuff, so that's fine. Stop. Oh, gosh. I don't know why it keeps telling me that. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be 85, which is 29 Celsius. And what is going on? You know? This is the right way. Okay. It's so, whoops. I live someplace where it's fairly warm most of the time, but typically I would expect temperatures to be in the 50s or I always think it's so interesting that they still leave that in the game, the floating blocks. I'd love to talk to somebody at Mojang about why they do that, because I think it's fascinating. Obviously, there's so much of stuff that I think it's interesting is things that started out as a bug, right? So many things that started as a bug, and they left it in, and I think it's marvelous. I love it. Whoa, can we go get around? Hello, chicken. How you doing? I've been reading a little bit of the mob bestiality. It's so funny. It genuinely cracks me up. But it's somewhat informative and speculative in such a funny way. I love the idea that conceptually that that the explodey gribblers literally have TNT inside of them. You've got to go. Okay, see ya. Thanks for stopping by, Barney. Have a marvelous weekend, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'm planning on doing another live stream tomorrow, so thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Various time zones. I need to do a poll because I want to ask people. I'm kind of curious. Which way am I going? This way? Yeah. I'm kind of curious. What's the optimal time to stream and what's the optimal time to watch videos? In their time zone. Like, not in my time zone. In their time zone. I'm kind of curious about it. I'm trying to I've had such great growth this year, but since the August release, like I read that YouTube is doing some things to try to, like, they realized that they kind of screwed over small creators when they redid the algorithm, but also when they changed away from the subscribe tab is important to the home tab, and I've been trying to find things. Now, I don't want to change anything radically because I like my channel and I like the content that I'm doing and I'm having fun doing it, and I love the community that's been created around it. Is this? Wait. Okay, so we're snow. I get that. Do I have leather shoes on? Okay. So I'm trying to make some changes, just some small changes to my channel, see if it can help. Okay. I almost ran straight into a polar bear. So I'm trying to make some small changes to channels to see if that can help the viewership. Because it is right now, the views that my videos are getting were like the very first year when I had under 20 subs. And so I'm not complaining. Again, I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy the community. I'm just trying to make some changes to see if I can get some more views without radically changing the channel. So one is shifting away a little bit from Minecraft. Or not completely, but I think that it's better if I have some more, how do I say this? By the way, these are my least favorite biomes. Just saying. I think it's better if I want to have more. I want to have my Minecraft videos have more purpose to them, and not just me playing Minecraft. I want them to be more purposeful. So I'm also kind of thinking of. So I personally like videos of somebody just. I mean, I'm old school though. Like when I was a kid, watching not a kid, but you know what I mean, watching Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, I really loved some of the videos that were just kind of unedited and them just playing the game and talking about playing the game. Hey, a village. I really like that style of video, a long form video like that. So I'm not going to change that up, but I thought I really kind of, I really like some of the cinematic shots that some of the Minecrafters get. It's a mod, so I need to play around with that a little bit. I might play around with that a little because I really like that. Oh, look, the winter people have different clothes. The villagers have different clothes. That's so cool. I never noticed that before. Is that just special for you, or do you all have a bunch of different clothes? What's in here? I don't need that. Oh, it's an igloo. Wait, wasn't there something special about igloos? I thought there was. Let's here, put this here because I want to make a shovel. I thought there was something special about igloos, and I don't know what it was. Put this in there. Okay, do this. Put this back, and no, we'll do this. I think I have more iron than this. I have a full. Okay. There. I thought there was something special about igloos, and I don't know what it was. that was? Also, why do I have this in the wrong slot? I prefer this. I'm just going to dig down and see if I find anything. Because I swear there was something special about igloos. And I for the life of me, I don't know what it is. We'll see, though. We'll just see what happens. I have a diamond pickaxe because I was in the last peaceful Minecraft. I restored a temple, and I'm feeling pretty smurfy about it. Okay, I don't see anything in here, so maybe not. Maybe I just made it up. I swear that. Whoa! So what the heck's down here? The heck? What is that? Huh. Okay, another igloo. Is there a kitty? I hear a kitty. What kind of a door is this? What are you doing? Go to sleep. Okay. Oh, kitty! Snow kitty. Hi. Oh, you look great. So they all have this. A cat existing with rabbits doesn't seem just coexisting in the wild. Yeah, because look over there. See that? That's rabbit meat, buddy. You really need to leave. Like, legit. You know, you're in trouble. Your life is in danger. I'm just telling you. What are you doing out? Okay. Let's just check this out. Let's see what I got. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's funny. I can't go in. Oh, let's do this. Boy, I would not want to live in a nice house. Controversially. I like the decoration of this. I think that's cool. Unknown map, unknown map. I don't care. In some ways, I wish that I had mapped my adventure. But in other ways, I'm glad I didn't. It's interesting to me though. I always feel like when I'm doing this that it's such an amazing, to me, such an amazing thing that like this world exists only for me. Nobody else. I mean, people can get the seed and or watch the videos with me, but it's so interesting to me that the concept that I'm experiencing, I'm the first one ever to experience this, ever. It's I could use a saddle because I lost one to my Nautilus, so I could definitely use a saddle. We'll go over here and then we'll keep on going. I think it's interesting. I like that concept, you know? I like that floor. That's nice. Where am I going? This way. Okay. And we can, you know, we'll do some ice boating. Why not? I probably should have slept in that village. Whoa. I suck at ice boating, by the way. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Okay. There we go. Keep exploring. Even the biomes that I don't particularly care for, like the snow biomes. I'm not a fan of snow in Minecraft, and I'm not a fan of snow in real life. I mean, it's fine, but it's just not my favorite. It's not my favorite weather. Let's just say that. Is that? I think that's water, right? Yeah. I couldn't quite tell if it was. I couldn't quite tell if it was like a gigantic hole or water. It appears to be water. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to get into a boat here. Okay. Just kind of navigating around this. I have to say the ice is probably my least favorite biome, just in general. Not just because it's cold. I just find it kind of a pain to get around. You know, not a big deal though. I still like it. Look at that. It's so funny. I think those are clouds, but they look, it looks like a platform, you know? In some ways, I guess it is. I mean, really. I always fear, and it's not a fear, but it's just a concern, that I'm going to lose my boat, like in these things. There we go. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, this is water. Okay, that's fine. I'm there we go. There we go. Maybe we can go around. And sometimes, you know, I could boat this and do it faster, but it's not always. For this, it's not about that. It's not about doing stuff fast. That's the kind of thing I think that's interesting to me about things like elytras. There's so many people I know. It's the min-max thing, right? We talked about this a little bit on Discord. Hi, Danny. How you doing? Welcome. I'm just pontificating here. Uh-oh. Let's talk about min-maxing and how there's so many people that and granted, I mean, this is probably, it's probably a little different for me because hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. I'm just enjoying a lovely cup of coffee because it's not too late for me to do that. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. But I think that like so many people are like, oh, I can't, they don't even, like their most important thing to do is to get an elytra. And I understand that it opens up the world for you, but having traveled almost 400,000 blocks on foot, there's something to be said about doing stuff manually in Minecraft because you watch the video you sent later? Nice. I just think that like so many of the game interactions here and the game mechanics are just so phenomenally magical, and I don't use that term lightly. It's what is that? What is that? Is that a cow? Oh, I don't think I've seen this. Look, it's all furry and stuff too. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen a cold weather cow before. That's really neat. But I feel like I wish I could remember who it was who was saying this. It was a big Minecrafter was talking about this and just mentioning that like they enjoy the mundane parts of Minecraft. And I do too. Like just the simple act of mining something is still to me just one of the most pleasurable things that a game's ever done, ever. It's so amazing and magical. And even just walking across and experience the world, you know. I've done a couple of videos where I explore the world of Minecraft for my Happy Cast. And it's not this one. This one I want this one to be just walking on foot. But I understand that if you're doing a build and you need 10,000 iron, right? That an iron farm is the only realistic way to get that. So in servers with friends, you mostly build and don't rush to elytra. and you do stay with the iron stuff for a while, but getting the resources build time if you don't have diamond. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that the diamond thing I understand. I agree with that. The diamond thing I really understand because, but it's so many. There used to be a part of the community. I won't say their name because I don't want to call them out, but they were definitely a min-maxer and felt like that if you weren't min-maxing and doing everything as efficiently as possible, then you weren't playing the game right. And I just don't agree with that. Like I really, really, really enjoy, whoa, look at the size of this hole. Holy crap. What are we, amplified? Like, look at the size of that. I don't think I've seen a cave that big in a snowy biome. But I think you're right about that. I think there's just things to do. Like, for example, I might have been Watches Too Much who mentioned that I should learn to be more efficient at mining. And she was 100% right. She was 100% right. And I poo-pooed it at the time. I was like, that's not me. But when I thought about it, and I thought, I actually enjoy this, but it's such an integral part of the game, and you're going to do it a lot. No matter how efficient you are, you're going to mine a lot, and you probably should be really efficient. And it changed the way I play the game. Like it was one of the most revolutionary things that came across to me. But other things like I think about SB737, and how they build a farm for everything, and that's cool because that's his style, right? That's what he does. He builds these complicated farms, and the fact that Minecraft allows you to play that way, and hello, how you doing? Oh, you look great. You look great. Is pretty amazing, like people say if you min-max starters, you're ruining the intentions of the creator. I agree. And I mean, I don't consider myself a Stardew noob, but since I only played it when it first came out, what the heck just happened? Did you see that? What happened? The snow just stopped. People play Stardew the way they play it, and I'm not saying I'm a good Stardew player, but I enjoy it. And I'm hopelessly unorganized. I've screwed up my playthrough, by the way. In the Stardew that trying to think what was. Oh no, there's a Stardew that's coming out. Oh, that came out last Thursday. It came out Christmas Day, the second video on Christmas Day. I'm firmly convinced that I screwed up my playthrough, and that I'm not going to get the praise from my uncle in the third year. But that's okay, Holy crap! Dangers at every turn. Good splurg. Now see, okay. Those types of floating islands, the more complicated ones there, those are the ones I kind of like the best. Not just a cube floating here and there, but the ones with like a bunch of trees and stuff. I think those are really cool. Okay, we're doing a little bit better because now it's still snowy, but it's not just snow and ice. So it's a little bit better. Still not my favorite biome, but it's much better. Is that a chicken? I don't think I've seen a purple chicken before. Look at that. Look at you, buddy. He's like, don't take a picture of me, creep. But yeah, I enjoy doing a lot of the things manually. I just Cobra the pig. I just really enjoy it, like immensely. And I wonder when they added lava to the game. I should look up that in the release notes. It may have been in the game the whole time. I don't know. For all this snow, it's awfully lava-y. Just saying. And then we're back to one of my least favorite biomes, which is fine. I'm not complaining. Oh wait, let me bring the UI back. I really, really, really enjoy just almost every aspect of the game. When Barney was teaching me PvP, I enjoyed that. Even though I kind of sucked at it, I enjoyed it. You like to play Stardew Optimized, but not Minimax? Min-maxed? Yeah. I play it really casual. But there's people like Blade. Oh, I don't know Blade. I should check that out. We'll get to level 10 fighting in one day by sacrificing children. That tracks. I couldn't do it. I apologize to a cow every time I slaughter it in Minecraft. I feel terrible about it. I would be a terrible farmer. I would be a horrible farmer. I'm not a great farmer in Stardew. Like, I'm just not. I think it's interesting to me. So apparently polar bears are considered non-hostile mobs. But I was watching something. I don't know. It might have been Lifesteal something. I don't know. Hello. But apparently, if you get between a polar bear mom and its cub, polar bears will wreck you. And I don't think in Peaceful that they spawn the cubs. You sent a video in Discord? Thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I would like to see less cold and more warm. I think I always feel like, and I can't tell if this is true or not, but I feel like the snow and ice biomes are some of the largest biomes, just by like physical size. I feel that's the case. And again, I'm not sure if it's my bias. It could completely be confirmation bias. That it's not any bigger than a jungle or anything else. Just that... I'm going to actually... Oh, look, here we go. Okay, it's a little warmer here. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep this night, just because I want to set a spawn point here. So, yeah, and oops, bit too far away. I really appreciate people who know how to min-max and do whatever. I really do. I love watching, like Feinberg. I like watching Feinberg and other really, really talented speedrunners. I think it's really cool. It's not me at all. I love some of the techniques they use, and I wouldn't mind doing that. I couldn't do the practice it takes to speedrun like that. I just couldn't do it. But I like some of the techniques they use, and I wouldn't mind trying it. I could never finish a speed run because I don't do dragons, but and you're not allowed to use mods unless they're approved mods, of course. It's really fun watching people that are really good. It is. It genuinely is. Watching like a great speedrunner like Feinberg or some of the other really top-notch speedrunners are incredible. But even not even speedrunners, just watching people like watching Lifesteal and watching SB737 build this insanely complicated machine that works is really cool. It's really neat. Or even Clown Pierce. Watching him do PvP is impressive. It's just so impressive. Even Marlowe, watching Marlowe do PvP just is an absolute thing of beauty. Like, the thing that impresses me the most and consistently is how it's so... She knows exactly when to put the pressure on and when not to put the pressure on. And she just wears down her opponent's inventory. Like, it's really incredible. When somebody mentioned that in a video I was watching, I was like, oh crap, they're 100% right. Like, she just wears them down. Because not only is she a great player, but it's cool to watch people do that. I love to watch people who are really, really talented at building. Like, I think it's really neat. You can get good ideas and things like that, certainly, but it's like watching the top world chess games. It is. It 100% is. When you see somebody that's that good and that much on their A game, it's really impressive. And even watching like there's a video out of Marlowe playing Clown Paris and beating him. Is that a village up there? I think it is. And beating him 100 games in a row. I'm sure you've seen it. It's a relatively famous video amongst the Minecraft crowd. Let's see. Am I gonna? Oh wait, there's a village down here. But I've already come this way. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. That's a good analogy though, Danny. It's very much like watching a top chess player, or anybody really on their A game, right? Anybody who's so good at something. It's really impressive. There was when I was going to university, I went to go see this band, a jazz band, and they were famous amongst, they were really hardcore musicians and relatively famous. Not like Taylor Swift famous because it was jazz, but relatively famous, And I remember a friend of mine was recording it, surreptitious, you're not supposed to do that. So he was subtly recording a little mic up the sleeve and stuff. And I remember at one point seeing the piano player, who sadly passed away last year, which really sucks. I remember seeing the piano player at one point lean over to somebody, and he had gotten lost. And I thought that was really interesting because I'd never, you couldn't tell while he was playing, but he leaned over and somebody got pointed to the music where it was, and he I said, okay, oh, look. And when I went back and listened to the recording, I knew what song it was, and I knew about where it was, and I couldn't tell where he got lost. I absolutely could not tell where he got lost. And that's amazing. Like, that's incredible. I have something to admit, though. When you bring up the chess thing, it's like, chess is my kryptonite. Like 100%. It's I don't know how to play chess. I don't have a desire to learn. And not every single game, but so many games assume that people know how, like, the little horsey moves and the little things move. And I don't have a clue. I have to look it up every single time. Like, every single time I have to look it up. What is this? Oh, upgrade gear. That's interesting. I always think it's so funny though, because I'm just like literally every single time I have to look it up because I suck and I'm stupid. And everybody, I think there's so many people just assume that everybody knows about chess and knows how chess is played and knows the strategies to a degree. It's interesting to me. Okay, let's see if I can get down without killing myself. Although I've learned that I can fall significantly further than I thought before. Maybe not quite that far. If we can jump down here, though. There we go. Nice. I'm not particularly into sports, but it's amazing to me to watch like somebody like Manute Bol, who was the fastest man in the world, probably still holds the world record, I think. Like, I remember my BFF and I were watching him in the Olympics one time. We were just kind of watching him, and it was a qualifying match, and he was well in front of everybody else, and you could see in the 100-meter dash, you could see at some point he just shut it down, like he was just like, oh, I got this, and just turned the engine off and coasted. It was incredible. Like, I'd never quite seen anything like it, and seen somebody who has. Which way am I headed? That way, okay. Seeing somebody has that much control is not just, it's really amazing. It's genuinely amazing. And the same thing about Minecraft, getting back to that. You're not good at chess. In 6th grade, you had a rating of 800. I don't know what that means. Oh, now you're trying to get back into it? That's great. I know a couple of people who are into chess, and they enjoy it immensely. And good for them. I don't think I have a brain for chess. I never learned it in school. They never taught it to us in school. And it's funny, so many people I know were, wait We need to get some wool for our beds. Come here. Haircut. A little over here. Haircut. How we doing? 48. Good. You playing Pokemon Auto Chess? Oh, that's it. I don't know what that is. What is that? Like playing chess but with Pokemon? That's interesting. I appreciate chess immensely, but I just don't have a brain for it. I never have. I think my old man tried to teach me chess once, and it just didn't stick. Hello, how you doing? Oh, hold on. Oh man, see these. Oh, sheep, you're in trouble, buddy. Yeah. I love, these are the kind of views that I really love in this exploring Minecraft world. For like, we just look out and you see this beautiful vista, just as far as you can see with you know, there's some haze in the distance so you can't quite see it. It's just amazing. It really is incredible. And it's the kind of thing that I feel like through this particular series and through this in particular that I feel like I'm really starting to get an intimacy with Minecraft that I didn't have before. And part of it is just familiar, but the other part of it is just I think there's a lot of people who started playing Minecraft when they were kids, and I didn't. I just avoided it. Like all my friends were playing it, and I was like, nah, I don't like it. But I feel like that there's that people kind of, how do I say this? I think that people take for granted a lot of what I consider to be enormously special about Minecraft. I mean, probably a little bit like, you know, if your boyfriend or girlfriend is a professional chef, it could be really, really easy to get used to eating amazing food. You start working to 100% cassette beats? You need me to play it? Maybe send me a link. It's hard to explain, but this is what Google says. It combines the elements of chess, tower defense, and card collecting, emphasizing economic management synergy, combining units from the same class. That sounds really interesting. Is it on Steam? I mean, if I have to parts it, I don't know. I'll take a look at it. No guarantees, but I'll take a look at it because it looks really interesting. It sounds really interesting anyway. See, getting back to what I was talking about music earlier in the stream. The music playing in here as I walk through this old birch pine. Look at this. Notice how every single one of these trees are significantly taller. I don't think this is the tallest ones, but it makes this moment going across in this biome with all the birch trees, it makes it memorable and special. Part of it's just Minecraft is memorable and special, to be honest. I need to talk to somebody. I'll probably talk to Dimian because I want to start getting back to playing Minecraft 1.0. And but it screws up my achievements and screws up my key bindings. And I read on Reddit, somebody said, "Oh, just change the folder." But I don't know if there's ramifications to that, and I don't want to screw up the game I've already started. So I'm gonna talk to Dimian maybe if they're around and see what they say. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, let's do some boating. Why not? So, I mean, there's a couple things that are interesting to think about what we were talking about, which is like even this, the way that they figure out the bodies of water and how they work and how they interact with each other is really cool. And again, I know people are like, oh, it's just purely noise, but that's not purely noise. Like, it's not. It's just objectively not. Like, how do you determine what's the procedural rules? Stop it. What's the procedural rules for that? Oops. I'm genuinely curious. I also think it's interesting that like in this particular forest here, there's a lot of trees that are growing very low, like the foliage is very low, which is unusual. That's extremely unusual for Minecraft. It's one of the things I noticed about, whoa, that would have, but maybe not a death hole. I think I overestimate how much damage falling does. I'm trying to get better at it, but I do think that's the case. I'm gonna coming up this next week. I think I'm gonna do there's gonna be a Wolf Among Us. This would be episode 2, Wolf Among Us. That's gonna be tomorrow's video. I haven't decided what Sunday's video is gonna be. I haven't recorded it yet, but I haven't decided. It might be Minecraft. It might be something else. But the next week, I'm very excited because there's a game out called Shepherd, and it's a sheepdog simulator, and I'm so excited to play it. Sounds stupid, but I really am. I'm so excited to play it. It looks really cool. It's a co-op, but you can also play it solo. I'm really looking forward to it. And then there's another game I'm going to play. I forget the name of it at the moment that I want to play coming up. That I just picked these up. They came out just earlier this month, and one came out late last month. And it's one where you try to arrange things and neaten them up, but there's a cat who is trying to actively unneaten them up. I just love the concept of it. I love it so much. I have some leftovers from yesterday's dinner, which is always good. And I always want to say that if you haven't tried, Cassette Beats is a monster collecting turn-based RPG with a bit of Metrovania aspects. So that's interesting. Metrovania aspects. That's interesting. I kind of look. Look. It's another one of these gigantic portals. Oh, look at that. What is all that white stuff? Can I go down here? Yes. Look at this. Oh, I was just so excited when I see this. It's so cool. Nope. Up. Okay. What is all that white stuff? Is it just white because of nighttime, or? Look at this. Oh, this is just a normal one. This is just a normal one. Okay. I thought this was one of the extra large ones. It's just a normal one. Okay. Oh gosh. Hold on. I'll take the obsidian. Where did I have my obsidian? I've got a bunch of obsidian somewhere. I think I have more than that, don't I? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Look at that. I don't think I've seen one with ouch. I don't think I've seen one with this white stuff. What is this white stuff? I don't know what that is. That's interesting. I think this is the right way to go. Okay. Metrovania aspects are like the Pokemon HMs. That's interesting. I liked playing Pokemon as a kid, but I sucked at it. I was terrible at it, and all my friends took advantage of me. But I enjoyed it, like, you know. It's what it's like Inscription. Inscription is rare. I am enjoying playing Inscription. I'm not very good at it, but I really enjoy playing it. I want to thank you, Danny, for recommending it, because it was a very good suggestion. I think Danny recommended it. I didn't watch this too much. There's still some spoopy games from Halloween that I want to try to play too. Okay, so so this is a forest, and I think part of the reason why I know that desert temples or forest temples, jungle temples are rare, right? I understand that. but I kind of feel like I wouldn't mind finding one. I also wouldn't mind finding another mansion. I wouldn't mind finding that. Let's head over here. It's like the 5th time you recommended it. I enjoy Inscription an enormous amount. I really do. I'm liking it a lot. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to beat it and finish it finally. I was watching a little bit of Markiplier play it. He played it a couple years ago. I think when it came out. And he's better at it than I could ever be. But I'm enjoying playing it, so there'll be more Inscription games coming out too. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything super special here. I mean, outside of just how special the biome is. But like, you know, I'm not seeing like a mansion or something super rare. Although when I did find that mansion, I wouldn't have seen it in a million years. And somebody, well, I don't think it was a regular. It was somebody else. I could be wrong about that. Was like, mansion. Like, what the heck? Okay. Yeah, I'm not very good at card collecting. Like the card games in general. I'm not very good at it. There's a level of strategy that I don't seem to possess. And I'm not sure why. I kind of like the fact that, like, forest biome back there, I guess maybe it's called jungle, not forest. Jungle biome up here, just kind of broken up a little bit by a little bit of sand, like some beaches and water. I like that. I think that's cool. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to start playing a few more horror games as well. There's some horror games I'd like to play. I think it'd be pretty fun to go through some of the Chilla's Art games. I've watched some Let's Plays of them, but I haven't played any of it myself. So I think it might be fun to do some of those. I guess maybe this started off as a forest, but it doesn't look like it's foresty anymore. I really, really like these sort of old school oak trees that just grow in these really complicated ways. So cool. Let's see, where are we going? Out to open ocean? Sure, let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna get up here, put my boat down. Let's go. Let's go. I'm always amazed sometimes when you get into open ocean how deep it is. I'm assuming there's a way to breathe underwater. I know that if you have the Nautilus, you don't have to you don't have to come up for air. I know I've played around with that a little bit, but I am glad that I in my new Java world. Boink. Oh. I am glad that I'm keeping my things more organized. It's not something that I do naturally in games, but it is definitely making my life easier. So I'm kind of trying to maintain that. It's good to have a junk drawer too. I think sometimes, you know, just a drawer you kind of throw crap in. In my kitchen, I have like an island in the kitchen, and there are 2 drawers in it. It's a very small island, and one drawer is just a junk drawer, and the other drawer is manuals. Just anything I have that needs a manual, it goes in that drawer. I need to kind of sort through it probably, because I think there's probably manuals from a dishwasher that my old dishwasher, and like a bunch of other crap. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I need to go through it, but. I think I at that. That's so cool. That's so neat. I love seeing the caves. I need to do more exploring in caves. Because that's because a banger of an original soundtrack? Cool. I will check it out. Oopsie, hold on. Eh. Oh, that just kind of goes through. Look, neat. It's so cool. I was trying to explain to somebody. A friend of mine's dad was kind of dissing Minecraft a little bit, and I was trying to, and I told him that, you know, I never thought it was a bad game. I never thought it was a game just for children, because I know, you know, when I was growing up, I knew people played it, but it, you know, it has a very, I think it probably has one of the more wider age ranges of a game, of a player base. I would bet it does, more than most games. And he was also I could tell that he thought it was just an inferior game geared towards children. And I was trying to explain to him how meaningful it is, and he just wasn't getting it. Like, he wasn't listening. It was not. The message was not being delivered. And he just kind of refused to listen, which is too bad, but whatever. What are you going to do? For random question, what state do I live in? Should I say that? Let me think about answering that. I'm not sure I want to answer that. Does this go all the way through? Is this a tunnel? No. I guess I could climb up here? Not sure what to do. I think I'll try climbing up here. Let me think about it, though. I might say, I'll say this. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were asking me how do I maintain my privacy, and I try to be careful about that. But I will say this, that I can tell you for an absolute fact that if somebody or some journalist or something like that did a deep dive into my channel, I know for an absolute fact that they would be able to tell what state I lived in, what state I lived in, what city I grew up in, probably where I went to university, I think. A bunch of cities that I've lived in. And most these would be older videos, to be sure, but I can tell you with absolute fact that if some like a news organization or something did a deep dive into my channel, that they could come up with all that stuff with absolute certainty that they could. I think it's funny. I'm also reasonably sure, somewhat recently, this would be when I first started live streaming, that I told Barney what city I grew up in. I'm almost 100% sure, and I think it was just the two of us on the stream. Hey, village, cool. I kind of like this biome here, like where you've got the jungly trees, but you've also got like this kind of lush plains. I think it's really cool. I like those really colored parrots. I think they're really neat. I was telling somebody that the other day, and they thought it was funny. I was like, I'm not going to go through. I mean, I also think, I'm reasonably sure too that at one point I mentioned my height for whatever reason. I'm almost positive that is the case. I'm going to take this bed because I'm going to need it at some point. But you know what? Let's get rid of some. I'm going to take this opportunity to get rid of some crap we don't need. I don't need any of that. I don't need this. I don't need that. I'm going to keep feather falling because I would like to come across something that would allow me to do that one day. to add that. Okay, I think we're good. Please don't hurt me. Oh, we need to go this way. Okay. Hello. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just... Oh, hold on. Sheep. Come here. Okay. We should be getting close to a full... Wait, where's my wool? Wait, where's my wool? Hold on. I had... Did I leave it somewhere? Oh, no, that's bad. How did I lose my wool? Hold on, let me go. This is not, I mean, it's not a game ender, but it's... Oh my gosh, okay. All right, we're doing okay. I had almost a full stack of wool. Oh, here we go. Come here. You are the sheep that keeps giving. Wow. Let's go around. Yeah, we just have to make more of an effort to get more wool. That's crazy. How did I get rid of my... I must have offloaded it into one of those stupid chests in a village. Oh, well. It's not, I mean, it's not a total emergency because I also stole the bed, but still. Okay. No, I do think it's funny that there's the small things. I remember Jacksepticeye talking about how he moved away from his small town in Ireland because some fans, through watching his videos, figured out where he lived. Excuse me, I had to cough. Pardon me. I apologize. Okay, let's go. Man, I don't know what's going on with me. Let me try a little water instead of coffee. Okay, that's better. Oh my gosh. But I'm kind of considering moving, actually. I hate moving. I've moved so much. I hate moving, but I'm kind of considering it because where I live is, I mean, I work completely remotely, so I don't need to be any place for a job. And it would be better to move someplace that's cheaper. But I'm also, I live a mile away from my bestie, you know, which is a huge consideration because I love her so much. I don't know. We'll have to see. I've been thinking about it, though. Just the cost of living has gotten so expensive here. Currently playing cassette beats. All you do is sit and listen to the music. That's awesome. I'll have to check out the soundtrack. That's one of the things I love about YouTube is that almost every game has somewhere there's a playlist to almost every soundtrack. It's fantastic. Let's see. I'm gonna head down here. Head over here a little bit. Oh. Oh, look at that. God, those massive trees are so cool. Oh my gosh. Man, it has been lots of precipitation in this video. It's funny, it wasn't until like last week, I think, maybe the week before, that I realized that you can climb up vines. I kind of like this. I'm a fan of this, like traveling around at night a little bit. I do need more sheep though, because I can't believe I got rid of my, this is the second or third time this has happened, by the way, that I accidentally got rid of my wool. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Get the boat and see where we can go. I think we're going to get 400,000 blocks in this video. That's amazing. I should plan something fun for 500,000 blocks. Yes, in your flight, most of you just listen to games. The gaming OSTs, that's a very cool way to spend it. There's some really, really great. It's almost, I almost feel like in some ways we're kind of in a magical era of soundtracks in games. Nether for 500,000? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, actually. I've done a peaceful nether. I did a peaceful nether video on a separate world. That's when I got turned into my happy gas because it was just, it was kind of boring. Not gonna lie, like it just was sort of, it didn't have a lot of oomph to it. Like I feel like, how do I get up there? I feel like the overworld has, like it varies so much, right? There's so much variety of what you can do and see and experience. And I don't think that there's that huge of a variety in the nether. And again, I've not been to nether that much. I'm not a netherologist, certainly by any means. I'm just you know, just my initial thought of going there in peaceful. But going to the nether for 500,000 is not a bad idea. That's pretty good. It's no place for us to visit yet, which is fine. I'm excited to start start back with the Wolf Among Us because that's a oh look, we're in a desert. Nice. My absolute favorite biome in real life. And hey, desert. It's a desert city. It's my absolute favorite biome in real life and in Minecraft. Okay, is there a desert temple nearby? Maybe. Doesn't have to be. It seems like often there is. You can't be in the nether for like 100,000? Should be in overworld for 1 million? That's interesting. That's interesting, actually. You live at the end of the desert in real life? I know. I love the desert so much. Like maybe I was telling Barney this. I was telling somebody that I could just live in a trailer in a desert and be phenomenally happy. Like stick me in a Mojave in a trailer and I would just be so happy. Hello, excuse me. Chest inspector, don't want me. Oh yes, I'll take that. Why not? I don't know why, but no chest in here. Okay. Camel. Oh, Camel. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Barney lives 15 minutes from you? I didn't know that. That's neat. I didn't know that at all. That's really cool. Okay, where are we going? I'm going to go to the... Can we get up to a little bit of a top view and see... What's that guy doing on top of his roof? What are you doing up there, buddy? Bed in here? We'll take him. What about here? Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, 2 cats. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to let your cats out. I'm terribly sorry. I'm trying to find a bed so I can set a spawn point. What the heck? Hi, Swag. How you doing? Welcome. Happy Boxing Day. Here we go. Okay. We have a respawn point set. Don't need anything else. Let's go. Which way? Where are we going? Which way are we going? Wrong way. This way. Yes. This game come? How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic, Swag. I had all last week off. All this week off. Actually, it's Friday, and I still have a week and a half off after this. I'm so excited about it. I really needed this. A fair amount of stress at work lately. Nothing huge, but just a little bit. I think that I haven't run into any fossils like in the overworld, and I really would like to run into those too. I've run into a couple of things that are. What's that? Is that like another village? I kind of feel like, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, I sort of feel like maybe villages are more common. Oh, whoa, man. I wouldn't pay attention. I was watching that camel. Is that a desert temple? That might be a desert temple. I think it is. No, it's not. Nope. How weird. Oh, library. Huh. Must be a librarian here. What are you doing on top of your house? What are you, a maniac? Honestly. How are you the librarian? Let's see. I don't want paper. You don't care. If I run across somebody who has an anvil, though, I might be able to add feather falling to my boots. Which is something I would not mind doing. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. Is that, is this, terracotta? Like glazed terracotta? That's really neat. You've a lag between custom scripts, and the server is greater in another. In the overworld, really? How much? How much greater? Do you know? Have you done any like benchmark tests? Oh, okay. My favorite thing. Hey, there's Nautilus. My favorite thing about this is just getting in there and being like, okay, open ocean. It's going to take us a while, but where are we going to go? We're going to get some islands first? Are we going to come another massive landmass? You never know. Reminds me of like when I was traveling full time. I did that for years, and I never wanted to plan it out too much, you know? I never wanted to plan it out. I never did. I know people like they plan months ahead of time. 1-2 tick delays? Oh, 1-2 ticks could if you're 1-2 ticks off, there I could totally see how that would screw up everything. like I could 100% see that. That's really interesting. I wonder why that is. But I recommend as just travel as soon as you can. You know? And if you can what is that? If you can pull it off, like just live a nomadic lifestyle for a while. It's it's not for everybody, but I think it's so much changed the way that I view the world and view people. Hey, we did it. We hit 400,000 blocks gun from spawn. 400,000 blocks in the overworld manually. No elytra, no shortcuts, just 400,000 blocks. Very proud of that, actually. Very proud of that. But I think, yeah, I mean, traveling for me just really changed. The thing that did the most was I have no experience with Appalachia here in North America. And I stayed about 3 months at the very tail end of Appalachia in northern Georgia, in a town called Blue Ridge, Georgia. And then I also stayed in Asheville, North Carolina. Both of those in clearly nestled in Appalachia. I'm going to go around this on this way, I think. And it just changed my view of the Appalachian people. Like, they're such a proud people, and they've kind of been screwed over by history. They genuinely have, and it's really upsetting. But it's very cool to meet a culture like that that's so foreign to you. And it just changed the way I view life. And that happened a bunch of times to me. Okay, here we go. Also, as far as a management standpoint, like when I realized that I could put all of my, I had a huge amount of iron, and I could just put them all into things and shove them into a bundle, like into bricks and shove them into a bundle. That was huge for me. But I need to make another axe. I'll try to stay on top of it. Yeah, we'll do this. Take this out. Do that. Put that back. Do this. And we have another axe. Nice. And then everything's good. Good. There we go. Headed the right way? Yes. Sheep. For some stupid reason, Swag, I had a full stack of white wool and I somehow misplaced it. Which is a problem because that's what I use to make my beds, which is if I do, I mean, it's possible for me to die, and if I do die, I don't want to have to travel that. I mean, I could just teleport myself to exactly where I was, especially since I have the recordings of these, but I prefer not to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, just heading up this little mountain. Oh, Badlands. Let's head over to the Badlands. That is maybe my second favorite biome in Minecraft. First one being the desert, of course, as I've mentioned before. Oh, I like a good Badlands. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's marvelous. There we go. Nice. Love it. I love this kind of mustard yellow color for builds. I think that's really cool. Like, that's really cool. Wow, look at the size of this Badlands. This is huge. I'm just checking to see if there's... I think that the Badlands have a relatively high chance for mine shafts to spawn. Like, kind of unique ones. That's more than one bed's worth of wool. Well, so here's the thing, right? I gotta... Oh boy. Nope. The reason why I had a full stack is because I basically, if I try to make spawn points on a relatively regular basis. That's it. Like so, for some reason I must have accidentally gotten rid of it. Because I tried to keep my inventory really light here, you know. Which, speaking of, get out of here. And I must have just gotten rid of my full stack of wool. I like to make sure that I have enough so it's not a big problem. Or like if I want to set a spawn point, then I don't have to go looking for some stupid sheep. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lash out. There are no stupid sheep, only stupid snorgles. It's more than one bed for the wall. Oh look, hey, look. A Badlands. A Badlands village. Let's go visit them. See if they have anything interesting up here. There's a llama. This is... Wait. Can I do... Hold on. Let me try something here. Can I enchant my boots with feather falling? I cannot. Why not? Oh, this is disenchant. Got it. Well, that was stupid. I got it. I'm done. But if one of these here, maybe there's an anvil here too. Maybe there's an anvil. This place is llama central. The heck. Okay. Don't see any anvils. Like as soon as I got that feather falling book, and I must have stolen it from a village somewhere. Borrowed it from a village. Kitty. What's this? Upgrade gear. I don't know what that does. We can go down here. Oh! This guy's Mr. Fancy Pants here. Look at this. 2 doors. Like double doors. Man. It's got a little patio thing here. Who do you think you are? How do I get down without killing myself? Oh, this is fine. Okay. This is fine. We're doing well. We're doing well. We'll head over this way a little bit. It's more open ocean. Is that another... I can't tell if that's another village over there or just something else. Let's go over here and see if we can tell. Like, is that a village, that light over there? Is that a village or is that lava? I think it's lava, but it's worth exploring. He's definitely earned most of the emeralds in the village for sure. Yeah, he had a fancy place. I suspect he's up to shenanigans. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. See if this. I think this is just lava, but one of our creeds is if we see something that looks man-made, we have to explore it. I was gonna say I don't make the rules, but I make all the rules here. So I don't think it's. I think it's just lava. I think it's just lava. I don't think it's anything super special. It is not. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of lava. That's fine. Let's see. I think we go this way a little bit. Swag, I was mentioning that coming up, I picked up a game on the Steam sale. I'm going to pick up a bunch more games. I have a tendency of stocking up on them when they're on sale. And I picked up a game called Shepherd, and it's a sheepdog simulator. I'm so looking forward to it. And I do think I'm going to play FNAF 3 this week. I think I'm going to do that. Because I'm not very good at the games, but because I'm not good at resource management, and I'm not good at being observant. And those are basically what all those games are. But you know, I had so much fun playing the first 2 games. I genuinely had fun playing them, and I typically don't have fun playing those types of games. So I'm going to keep going through the entire franchise in chronological order. It's a little shocking to me when I looked at, hey, look, there's another village. Cool, let's go check it out. It's a little shocking to me. When you look at like the first 3 FNAF games were produced within a year of each other. That's crazy. That is a crazy schedule. I wouldn't mind finding more games like Lake, like the Postal Simulator. I hope there's a Lake 2. I hope the developers did well enough that there's a Lake 2. Okay. That guy's brewing stuff up. Oh, here we go. And again, I don't know why I'm taking these, but I am. You know, go ahead and sleep. Why not? Why not? Okay. Don't care about that. Okay, what's up here? Kitty? Hi, Kitty. How you doing? I don't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, don't care about that. Ignore that. Oh, hold on. Sheep. Okay. We're doing, yeah, we have 16 now, which is good. That's good. But I'd like to have a lot because that is my anchor to not having to teleport. And I also realize that it's so funny. Like this save files is pushing a gig. It's like 800, almost 900 megs now. And I think that Watches Too Much said that it's around the 3 or 4 gigs is when you start getting corruption. And so my idea with this is I want to keep the series going because I'm enjoying it immensely. And I think the concept is that I think when I do that, I will just start a new world with this seed and just teleport myself right exactly where I left off. And that's how we're going to go from there. And similar to if I do die somehow and its spawn point isn't set, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to teleport myself here because I still want to keep going. And this isn't hardcore, so I don't care. I would not mind doing a hardcore series. But I feel like I've mentioned this before. I kind of feel like so many of the hardcore people think series I've seen, they like 100 days in hardcore. That's not as popular as it used to be, but... And I appreciate that, but like their first thing they do is go to the end. Not the first thing, you know what I mean? One of the first big things within a couple of days or whatever, they go to the end, they beat the dragon, they get their Leita, and then they get like Totems of Undying, and it's not hardcore anymore. Like you have Totems of Undying, it's not hardcore. People say Scott Cawthon, creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, made FNAF 2 and 3 so quickly because of the success of FNAF 1. It's like normal for making games. That's the thing too, right? So if you think about the gameplay, I think it's probably both, right? Because if you think at the gameplay, is that the thing about FNAF is there's some animation, but not an enormous amount, right? And it's just in this gameplay loop, and you can see how once you get the characters modeled, and once you get the concept, it would not be bad to crank that out pretty quickly, right? It's really pretty interesting. But what you say is also interesting as well, because it almost, if you look at the number of FNAF games, given that it came out in what, 2013, and how many FNAF games are there? Like there's well more FNAF games than there are years that FNAF has been around. Hey, another village. This is like the 4th or 5th village we've been to? What's going on? I feel like Scott Cawthon is like the anti-Bethesda. 3 games in a year? No problem. Like, Bethesda's like Fallout's one of our popular franchises. We haven't started working on it, and we're not going to start working on it for another 16 years. That's so helpful, Fallout. Thank you, Todd Howard. I feel like I'm not going to see another Fallout game in my lifetime. and I'm like, I am not old. You know? I honestly, I would imagine that, excuse me. I would imagine that I would be really surprised if there was a Fallout game in any of my subscribers' lifetimes. I'm just going to say that. I think that it's just not going to happen. Oh, this is. It's like, oh yeah, sure, oh, we're absolutely going to work on it after we work on Morrowind, which we haven't started yet. Great. And it takes you 12 years to develop a game, so that's super helpful. Thanks, guys. Which is too bad, because I'm a fan of the franchise. I'm a huge fan of the franchise. It's probably quick to make your own Fallout game. No kidding. No kidding. I wouldn't even mind. I would even be relatively happy if we had a remake of Fallout 3. Desert Temple. That would be cool. I would be happy with a remake of Fallout 3. This is never going to happen, but see what we can get here. Okay, there we go. Cool. These ones always crack me up when you have where it's like, be careful here. Don't want to die. The ones where like the front door is leading to. Okay, so I have a way that I do these. It's probably not the most efficient one. It certainly isn't the same way that like the speedrunners do it. I'm very impressed with the way the speedrunners do it. But here's my. Okay. We're gonna just put a little. And we start digging down. Put another one here. There. Keep going. Again, this isn't the most efficient thing in the world. I'm very impressed with the way the speedrunners do it, but I'm reasonably sure that I would blow myself up if I tried that. You've seen the way speedrunners do it, right? They like dig down and then fall down into the chamber and don't trigger the pressure plate. Come here. I need you down here. Okay. I know there's hidden rooms and stuff down here, but whatever. Doesn't everyone do it that same way? I don't know. This is just the way I do it. Does everyone do that thing where they go down there and where they like fall down and then extract the stuff from the things by exploding it, by setting off the, like digging a hole and setting off the TNT? Keep in mind, I'm super new to speedrunning and everything else, so. Oh, okay, got it. I just feel like this is safer and I don't trust me. There we go. Here. First things first. Okay. What's in here? Production 2, efficiency 3. I don't care about any of those. I don't care about that. Fire protection, smite, multi-shot. I don't care about any of that. I'll take the gold though. Nah, I don't need the gold. Oh, I thought you meant to jump down. Oh, got it. Here, I will take this. So why not? Yeah, I don't need any of those stuff. Take the trims? Then I have to find someplace to put them. Like, hold on. I want to put all this crap in here because I don't need it. Why take the trims? Okay, I mean, I'll take them, sure. Can I put those in? I can't. Cool. Okay, great. What do the trims do? I'm unclear on that. Okay, cool. This one always cracked me up. It's not bad. Oh, look at this. Look. There's a pillager outpost here. Cool, let's check it out. I have a crafting table with me. Oh no, these little birds are trapped in here again. Hold on, I have to get them out. There's just one. Okay. Here, go free. Thank you. Okay, I've got a crafting table. What am I doing? Holy crap, what the heck? Hold on. Stupid thing. Okay. Put the crafting table. Shape the crafting table 2 iron on top. Wait, what? Hold on. Put in the crafting table the shape of a crafting table with 2 iron on top. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me try. Like wood? What is that? That's spruce planks. Jungle log. Okay, just a second. Let me find something. Oh, I'm super low on wood. How did that happen? Oh no, I'm not low on wood. It's all good. Nope. I don't get back there. Okay. With 2 iron things on top? What is this? Smithing table? Okay. Hold on. Let me put the smithing table down. I'm gonna put the bed down so we can have some daylight. Now take your armor and emeralds. Okay. Wait, I need to take my armor off then. Sure. Oh, and emeralds. Okay, hold on. Sure. Okay. Okay, take my armor and emeralds. What am I doing here? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hold on. And the trims. Oh. Do I add? Oh, that looks really nice, actually. Let me do my pants. That looks really nice. Thank you so much. Hold on, let's see. Let me get... Hold on. Now I've got the trip. As somebody who lives his life in cargo shorts, flip-flops, and ironic t-shirts, there's a first for everything. I already have some of those. I'll take some of these, though. I'll take some of these. Cool. Don't need anything else. Okay. Let's see. Cool. Thank you so much for the help, Danny. I appreciate it. I need to... Which way am I headed? This way? No. This way? Yes. Good. Whoa. That's death. Wrong way? Yeah, I know. Oops, you're right. Nope. Oops. I'm so stupid. I have gone about 1,000 miles going the wrong way once and was like, oh, crap. And also, oh, look at this. Oh, it's opened up to the plains. That's so cool. Ouch. Let's go. There we go. All right, let's hope we run across some more sheep because I need to get my bed game up. I can't believe I mean I do believe it. Any sheep around? No. It's very cool. Oh, hey, how do you dare you move my ear? How dare you, sir? Oh, actually, it would be ma'am, wouldn't it? Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, nope, don't do that. Gosh. Don't drown, Snorgle. Okay, let's see. Let's get up here and check it out. I'm always impressed if people can look at biomes and know what they are. I've just barely started to be able to identify the trees. Like, this is neat. Oh, baby cow. Interesting. What's that over there? More open ocean. I do like that. I kind of want to explore over here a little bit first, though. If there's an easy way to get there. If there's not, we'll just say screw it. But there's not. So let's just try this. Ouch. Not very good at the boat clutch yet. I still have been practicing the water clutch, though, in Java. Which people are calling something different now. I don't know what it is. Major League something? I don't know. I never pay attention to that stuff. Okay. Nice. Well, that was pointless. I don't know what I'm expecting to find, but not this. Any sheep? I don't see any sheep around. Where's that dude? I heard him. Well, we'll just get going. Let's go. And this bar's hit the llama? No! I'm not going to hit the llama. I did read that llamas are one of the few creatures that can actually kill you in peaceful. I'm absolutely not going to hit the llama. There's 0% chance. I actually like llamas in real life. Llamas and alpacas. They patched it to 1.17? Oh, look, it's one of those giant mushrooms. Those are really cool. Let's go up here because this looks intriguing. This looks interesting to me. Trying to find a good place to go up. I think right here is not bad. Okay. What are we doing here? Just trying to find the easiest way up here. There we go. Nobody can say I'm not overly cautious. Probably am overly cautious, frankly. There. Those trees crack me up. The really tall ones with this tiny little bit of foliage on top, those really crack me up, genuinely. Hello, how you doing? You look great. You look great. I like these mushrooms. Can I go around? Yes, I can. That's a piggo. You know, I haven't, in both my playthroughs, when I've gone to the nether, I haven't seen any nether piggos. Because for some stupid reason, both times I got biomes in the nether that were not where the nether piggos were. Which is incredibly irritating. It's not that big of a deal. It's just, you know, every other Let's Play I watch or every live stream, like, they go to nether and there's piggos. Like, oh, you look amazing. Look at the color. That's cool. That's cool. They look really cool. Okay. Oh, I love these trees. These gigantic trees. Always reminds me of like sequoias or redwoods. Like these ones, though, that don't have any foliage, they go all the way up into just, like it's wearing a hat. That never ceases to crack me up. I'm not gonna get these sheep's wool because it doesn't help. I really want to get all white. But thank you very much, Danny, for showing me how to do the trim. I'm assuming it's strictly aesthetic. It doesn't actually do anything. The closest to the pine trees in the game? That's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Look, a fox with little baby foxes. A fox with kids. I think that's what they're called, right? Baby foxes are kids? I think so. Now, ouch, ow, stop it. I say as I walk through a rose bush. Oh, look, yeah, I love the purple chicken color. Definitely not seeing any white sheep is what I should specify. Bruce is the best tree. It's a netherite chicken. Oh, look. Hold on. Let's go there. Because again, our rule, we see I have to get, oh man, I'm going to have to go down and back up. Uh-oh. Hold on. That looks like that's death. And I don't like death, so. There. We're going to, oh man. We're going to head over there. We have to go down to this valley and back up, but that's okay. Civilization. Yep. It is civilization. It's so funny. So many Minecraft players have a real hatred of villagers. And I think it's interesting. It seems a little bit extreme, not gonna lie. Okay. We can get up here to this. There we go. Hello. How you doing? Hi. I'll go to sleep. Why not? I'm gonna steal this poor man's bed. One block jump for the raw chicken, one block vertical jump for the raw beef. Wait, what do you mean? Say it again. To crit, you mean? Oh, I don't know why I keep... Hey, look, pumpkin pie. Okay, we're gonna... I think... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. What do you... Dude, are you not feeling well? Okay, that's fine. Well, that's odd. Like a little... Some steps leading up to his roof? What's in here? Whoa, this house is huge. Oh, that's cool. Neat. I don't think I've seen this exact house before. That's really cool. That's really neat. The green shirts are League of Legends players? Oh. They're unemployed. Oh, those are the ones. Got it. Those are the ones that I read about that, like when they talk about doing, where am I going? I'm going this way. When they talk about doing like mob farms, those are the ones you need to not use because they can't be employed. Got it. I already went to that one. Okay. That's funny. That's hysterical. Wrong way? Yeah, we're going this way. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize there was more civilization here. What's this? Huh. This is... Oh, wow, okay. I'll take this one out. This is interesting to me, though, because this particular village seems to have really different houses and different layouts than I've ever seen. I haven't seen this one either before, too. That's really cool. That's really neat. That's really cool. Ooh, that's a big drop. Oof. Can I make it down? Maybe. Let's try. Ouch. Go. Yeah, well, let's see. Well, let's do this. Let's go over here. They have fox traps in the spruce village? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, is that what that was called? That type of village was called the spruce village? Or is it just you name the village after whatever biome it's in? That's interesting. I'm finding this biome to be really interesting. There's some foxes. Hello. How you doing? Your tail is spectacular. You don't have to be scared of me. It's all good. I'm not going to do anything to you. I mean you no harm. I don't even really mean you any inconvenience, so I'm sorry I caused that. The village type depends on the biome. I've never seen old growth taiga. I don't think so. Maybe I haven't. I didn't know. I'm not sure. That's the one thing. I wish there was an equivalent of F3 for bedrock. I mean, this is pretty much. Well, this is my original. But I'm going to get back to my original world in some cases because there's some things I still want to do. There's the gigantic fish I want to build. And number of other things I want to do. There's another attraction I want to make with the Nautilus. Oh man, back to the stupid cold. Hello, how you doing? Hi. I'm not trying to bug you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold. Maybe I can squeeze around it. Yeah, old go tag. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have, but I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. Careful, these are the plants that hurt. Okay. Just checking something. Yeah, when I got what was I gonna say? When I got I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I wouldn't mind featherfall on these boots. The reason I'm wearing, I think somebody told me, I don't remember who it was, but somebody said if you're wearing leather boots, you won't be subject to that stupid falling through the snow and dying. I love the way they look all furry like a Highland cow. They look all fluffy. I really like that a lot. What do I think about AI? Okay, so here's the thing. That's a good question because I have opinions. So I'm not a fan of generative AI. And I think that most people don't understand when they interact with it that there's no understanding in the large language model part. It's just like autofill on steroids. And that's not entirely true, but that's a good way to think about it and wrap your brain around it. And I feel like that, I think Markiplier was talking about this, and he mentioned that he's not too worried about the generative AI, like Google's Gemini, and Gemini's a little bit different because it's also agentic, but I think that things like ChatGPT, I just don't like it. I'm not a fan. And but I mean, Markiplier had a really interesting take on it, which is his take on it was he's not concerned about it taking over in the. Oh, can I go around this? I can't, can I? Okay, well, he's not overly concerned about it overtaking creative things outside of like sleazy Hollywood peoples and game people trying to use for voice actors and things like that. I'm not a fan of that. But you know what? Hold on. We're just gonna do this. This is just gonna be faster and easier. But there are things, and I mentioned this before, that like, to me, there's some really, really exciting things happening in AI. And so, for example, the Micron stopped selling RAM. I have thoughts about that too, but let me finish with AI because I have a couple of like specific thoughts about that. So the generative AI, I'm just not a fan of. And Markiplier's take was that he's not concerned about it because the people using it don't care about the output. They don't care about the quality of writing. They don't care about the quality of they just don't care. And the thing that's interesting though is that one of the things AI does, and almost all AI does this, and it's really, really good at, is making unique correlations between things that humans normally wouldn't, because they just consider significantly more information about it. And I think that that's true. I think there's another village over there. And I think that that's true. And even in large language models, you see that. But there's things like, for example, there's some of the most sophisticated AI models ever to happen, and they're not generative AI. And so there's in the like the mid 90s to the I think the early 2000s, there was a scientific endeavor that was the most aggressive and largest scientific endeavor that humanity ever done, and that's the Human Genome Project. It's mapping the human's genome. And they did it. It took them 20 years or something like that. They did it. It's very impressive. And we're still chewing on how to use that, which is really interesting when you think about that. That we mapped every single DNA that humans could ever possibly have. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you can't get in your house. Well, sucks to be you. Excuse me. That's nothing anyway. So they mapped that, but how? Well, smoker, okay. So there's currently a, let's see, how am I? I'm doing fine. There's currently probably a scientific project that's even more aggressive than the Human Genome Project, and that is they want to map every single protein. And so mapping every single protein sequence is proteins are just, I learned this from it's not something I know. I learned it recently because it has to do with something I'm concerned with, and it's the mapping proteins could have one of the largest impacts. Wait, I'll take this on humanity in history, like by a long shot. The largest impact, which is saying a lot, right? More so than the Human Genome Project. The Human Genome Project, we never know what to do with it yet. There was so much information, and this is more because. So there's huge implications for pharmaceuticals and medical treatment, and even things like imagine single-use plastics that biodegrade in a week into something like nitrogen or something that's incredibly useful. That's the type of thing we're talking about here. It sounds like fantasy, but that's exactly the type of implications we have. It's really, really incredible. So that type of use of AI, I think, is groundbreaking and amazing. But I think generative AI is all cake and no frosting. But again, there's the original designer of the iPhone, who's considered a sort of icon in the design industry. What's this? That's Upgrade Gear. No, it's not my name. And architects do this too. So they will use generative AI as a is that going the right way? That is going the right way. They use generative AI as a way to sort of initially come up with concepts for something, and you can easily and quickly sort of iterate on it. And I think that's a really good use of AI. But then after that, the humans need to take over and do that. And that's my thoughts on generative AI. Versus the Human Genome Project, which is incredible, and the most sophisticated AI models ever made are specifically not the Human Genome Project, are specifically for protein sequencing. For that, it's really cool. But like Micron stopping selling chips, I read an article with the CEO of Microsoft. It's about a month ago, and the CEO of Microsoft admitted that they just hoarded a bunch of GPUs, essentially because they didn't want to get left out or whatever, whatever AI trend. But then he admitted that the number of GPUs they have, they don't have the power to run them at all, not even close. And so they're just sitting on a massive stockpile of GPUs. And I feel like RAM's the same way. I feel like people are just buying up all the RAM. I mean, it's in some ways, I hate it, right? I hate that you have Micron stopping selling RAM because these stupid AI companies are snorkeling up everything and maybe not even using it. As a gamer, I hate it. But as a businessman, wait. Are these better than mine? Hold on. I can put this in there. I don't need that. Is there anything else I don't need here? I don't need those. I think, yeah, these are better than mine. These are in better condition, so we're just gonna do that and put the used boots in there. And they will be none the wiser. I saw that Asus is starting to produce RAM, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's absolutely marvelous. But I also just kind of feel like a bunch of these tech companies are just snarfling up hardware just because they can, and it's screwing up the market, and I hate it. I was actually gonna upgrade my RAM recently, and it's like, I'm not spending $2,000 on that, like, you know. So I'm really glad that Asus is getting into it. I think that's a dope move. Yeah. So now you got now you have my thoughts on AI and RAM. The AI stuff does some really cool stuff. I just don't like generative AI. I just generally don't care for it. We're going this way. Yes. And I know so many people who I mean, the thing that's appalling about like large language models like ChatGPT is that like even the latest ChatGPT is wrong 30 to 70% of the time, but because it comes across as authoritative, people believe it, and people use something like ChatGPT in place of a search engine, for example. And the amount of wrong information they get is just startling. I mean, there's already a lot of wrong information out there already, but like, I had a friend of mine. He just purchased a house, and it's an older house, and he needed to replace one part of the stove that came with the house, and the stove was ancient, like 30 years old or something like that, and it had no model number. He couldn't tell, didn't even know what brand it was. I think he knew the brand, but he didn't know the model number or anything else. And he tried Googling it, and all he got in Google was of course advertisements for buying a new stove. And so he tried ChatGPT, and ChatGPT again, because all AI is really good at making correlations with way too much data, more data than human brains can figure out. It immediately told what the model number was, what the model and the make was, and he was able to buy a replacement part for it. That's the type of thing that I think that AI can do really well, and that extends our stuff. But I also think there's such a backlash, because I can't tell you how many people I know watching a Twitch stream or something like that, and their full experience with AI is just ChatGPT and large language models, and they think that's the extent of AI, and that all AI is bad and evil, and of course it's not. I mean, it's and even people trying to explain to them that there's great medical use for AI. I read this thing. There's this really cool. There's a really great advanced AI that can I avoid going up to this huge thing? Oh my gosh, how do I get over there? Jeez. That like reduces, that helps doctors predict when somebody's going to get a certain type of cancer, and it increases like how like they can get them far before they ever would have gotten them before. Which, that type of stuff is incredible. That is really cool. But you listen to there's people whose sole thought, I do know what a VTuber is. I was joking with someone the other day. I think it was Dimian was wanting me to do a face cam, and I told him I could just do a VTuber. I could become a VTuber. Wait, I'm gonna go down here. I feel like the VTubing community is a little weird. I'm not that familiar with it, but I feel like it's a little bit odd. Whoop. I think the VTubing community is pretty funny. I will say this though, like the software company that produces the VTuber stuff, it's amazing to me how much they're constantly improving it and coming up with new with like more things and new things and things that are meaningful to the VTuber community. I think that's really cool. I think that's really neat. You watch a couple of VTubers, it does seem weird. But again, I try not to be very judgmental about that kind of thing, because I'm not an expert, and I figure, there's stuff I do. I'm sure that people think that I'm weird, and so, but it's not sometimes hugely into, and it just seems weird. It seems odd, but it's wildly successful. There's a guy named Vettel who coded an AI VTuber. That's really cool. That's actually really cool. Wait, another village? The heck? What is going on? Like, how are we finding so many villages? This is like the 6th village, I think. Oh, what's here? Oh yeah, we got spruce. Wait. I'm going to put the dark oak in there because it's just taking up space and I don't care. I put the jungle in there too because same reason. Yep, stick that in there too. Okay. Wait. Okay. Whew. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to put this down here, and we're going to get rid of this too. Okay. Coding AI VTuber is seems like it would be very difficult. That's impressive. I'll have to check it out. And now I'm genuinely curious. Oh, wow. I just love these chonky trees. These huge trees. I love them so much. Another biome that I really like. I'm really impressed. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I'm impressed by it is the Pale Garden. Like I've run across several of them on this in this series, and there's a thing they do that Minecraft does with the temperature of the light and the time of day, and they do that exact same thing in the Pale Garden, where like the temperature of the temperature of the light cools quite a bit, and they also like completely desaturate the color. I have to go over here so I can get up. It's really interesting to me. The Pale Garden is such an interesting, thoughtful biome. It's so interesting. It's so cool. Okay, here we go. There we go. I'm going to head back this way maybe a little bit. Yeah. Oopsie. That went the right way? Yeah. Nope. That's a fall of death. There we go. Man, look at all the mushrooms here. This place is just lousy with mushrooms. Man, if I were making suspicious stew. This is cool. This is really cool. I like this biome. I love the color of the is it pale oak? Is that what's in the Pale Garden? I think so. I think so. Okay. Whoopsie. This is whoa. This is a really interesting biome. I find this really fascinating. Wow, that's a big drop. I don't think I've seen this biome before. This is really neat. This is really, really cool. I'm enjoying this immensely. That's a death drop. Let's avoid that. Over here. Okay, another like huge. And we just changed biomes again. You can just see the line. It's so cool. So cool. There we go. Up we go. It is interesting to go through these places at night versus the daytime because it's a very different experience. I want to avoid falling to my death. Oddly. Okay. Curious. Look at these short little chunky trees. That's hysterical. So funny. There we go. There we go. And here we have some birch trees. Gonna avoid falling in that. Ooh, it's water. Let's avoid it a little bit. I'm really enjoying this particular biome at night. I'm enjoying this immensely. I almost fell in a hole. I'm surprised I haven't fallen in a hole. A more significant hole here in this whole playthrough. Okay. It's another hole. It's fine. It's interesting how we go from something that's so... let's see. We'll just swim across. It's interesting how we go from something that's so like mushrooms and a specifically weird type of tree to again, just like the oak trees and birch. It's really interesting. I like it. That's the death hole, so we're gonna avoid that. Okay, there we go. Yep. Okay, at least it's filled with water. That's a plus. I was watching. Oh shoot, I don't remember who it is. It's the Annie Austin. That's what it was. I was watching Annie Austin. And he was talking about like do the waterways in like GTA 5 makes sense. And one of the things he mentioned is all rivers drain into the ocean because the ocean is the lowest part of the planet. I never thought of that before. Of course, it makes complete sense. I never even considered that's why, though. Like it's so simple and easy. It legitimately blew me away. If you don't watch this stuff, you should totally watch it because it's really interesting. He did one recently where he estimated and officially estimated all the complete number of trees in Skyrim, which is pretty funny. Let's head up over this way. Avoid a little bit of... I would like to see some fossils in the overworld. I know it's extremely rare. I'd like to see it. I think there's a bunch of cool, unique loot you can get with fossils too, I think. Okay. Let's see, we're kind of skirting the coastline here. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. We make a little bit, we don't necessarily make better thing, but I genuinely like, ooh, what's that? Where's that light coming from? Look at that blue light. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. And it's too far down and I have to come back up and I'm not going to do it, but that's weird. I wonder what that is. Okay. I do like when they have trees that have just fallen over. I think that's really cool. Oh, and then we switch biomes again. And then we switch biomes again. His name is Nuriosama. I will totally check it out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wait, can I climb up here? Yes. Well, that didn't do any good though. So. Oh, some bamboo. Okay. Maybe we'll see a panda. Maybe not. Oh, this is bigger than I thought. This is actually quite a large landmass. Love it. Absolutely love it. Wow. This is going to take a while. Let's head down. Let's see here. Okay. Can we? No. Can we get her? Can we skirt this? That didn't take long. Okay. There we go. That's not bad. That's pretty good. You did all right. Oh, some acacias. So my favorite trees. It's so funny. Somebody makes. I heard people making really snotty comments about acacias, and I don't understand it. I like them. I think they're cool. It's pronounced Niru. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oops. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Gotcha. Okay. We're doing, okay, we have 18. We're doing a little bit better on the sheep. On the wool. I feel a little bit, I still can't believe I gave that away. I'm so stupid. See if we can get a good view from up here. Whoa. Let's walk right into that. Oh, look at that. All the possibilities. I think this is a pretty good place to end this live stream. Thank you so much for tagging along this 2.5 hours of me just exploring Minecraft, talking about life, Minecraft, AI, RAM. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for another live stream. I'll see you next time.